Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the DXS07 Shinkalion 800 Tsubame from Shinkansen, Henkei, Robo, Shinkalion the animation. This one took me quite a bit of time to track down. It's the only one that I actually missed the order for on HLJ, and when it came out they didn't get any extra, so it just went straight to discontinued. And shout out to Train fans if you're watching, I'm sure you are. He helped me track one down on Mandarake, so it took a while for that to come in. And then pretty much as soon as I got it, HLJ got more in stock, which of course is just, that's par for the course. So what are you going to do? But in any case, I have it. I'm very excited to finally have it. It's a very, very cool robot. Has cool, big angel-like wings, which is very neat. So you can see the little driver down here in the lower corner. On this side of the packaging, you have the Shinkansen Ultra Evolution Institute. On the top here, you have a picture of the toy. And then down here, you have the CGI animation from the show. You can see the box is a little beat, but otherwise it was sealed. And then on the back, shows the train, the robot. He has kind of a bow and arrow, which is pretty sweet. And then he can do the cross gatai. I'm not going to show you guys this at this point. We've seen him. You just switch the top and the bottoms. If you do switch, you can give any of the other ones the wings. So it's an extra bit of another layer to the cross gatai, but otherwise pretty much the same thing we've seen a bunch of times now. So, but that's it for the packaging. Actually, I guess I'll show you this side. Shows how to transform him, the kind of mini steps from train to robot. But I'm going to show you that now. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so I apologize ahead of time if the lights are a little messed up. This guy's just very, very stark white. Very bright white. But he looks really good. You can see his other color on top is primarily maroon. So kind of red and white are his two primary colors. Rolls very well. You can see the three parts of the train. This becomes the torso. This becomes the legs. And then this side stores all the accessories. So if we open this up, you can see the weapon, and then the crown for the link gatai. You can close this back up. You can also take, if you have a piece that does the motorized functions, you can take these panels off of this and put them onto that, and then that's what this slot right here is for, the on and off switch. So then you can motorize this because it is plow rail compatible. So if you do have some plow rail, this will work with those tracks perfectly. And as you can see, it rolls pretty darn well. So I like the look of that. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. This always scares me. This one, this front coupling is very strong and very, it latches on very strongly is what I'm trying to say. So there we go. So here is the kind of, I guess, passenger car in the center here. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. And then we have the two ends of the train. Like I said, this will become the upper torso. This will become the lower legs. Very similar. I don't know why they have numbers on the side. I guess that means something to somebody. Probably maybe the number of the car. If they usually give you, I guess they probably usually have more passenger cars because that's 1, that's 2, and then this is 6. So I guess there's 3 other passenger cars usually. But yeah, very similar, but they look great. We'll go ahead and we'll get into the transformations here. Alright, so we'll go in and get into the transformation here. We're going to start with the lower legs. Transforms a little differently than we're used to. This section is going to split apart, and these pieces actually just come completely off. Usually they kind of pop down and then pop up and have to hang off to the side, but with this one they're going to become the wings we talked about earlier, so we're going to put those off to the side. And it's kind of nice because it makes for a really clean robot mode with the lower legs. So we'll split this in half, and then flip down the knees like we usually do. And then we're going to come down here. Now usually there's a panel here that we flip up so we can get at the feet, but because of how those connected, they couldn't do that. So this one is a little tricky. I don't want to say it's really tricky, but you fold down the feet, and usually this panel's not here, so you can get at this part a lot easier, but you kind of just have to get your finger in or something and get this to flip around. And then as you bring that up, it slides this panel, and then that will lock into place. I'm going to do the same on this side, click it in there, and then you got to bring this whole piece back with you, and that'll slide the shin panel up and then click into place, and then you can kind of cock these at a bit of an angle with that ankle tilt there. So you can see you have two joints at the knee and you have a slight ankle tilt. That's pretty much the only articulation for the lower half of the body. But there is your lower half of the body. Going to come over to here, split the back in half. These will kind of rock out a little bit. You're going to want to pull down the arms. This piece can actually fold in and hide against the arm there. And then you're going to see this big tab right here. It's going to peg into this spot right there. Do the same on the other side. And then you're going to kind of pull down these arms, fold out these fists. And they fold out from inside the forearm. And there's pretty much the upper torso. You're going to pull out this wheel section, pull down this section here, and that's going to click into place, and then press this button right here, and that'll pop the head out. Then you're just going to take this piece, plug it in down here, and there you go. You are almost all the way transformed. Fold this panel down, fold this back tight against the body. Then you're going to take your wing pieces. You're going to grab this little tab right here and flip this part of the wing out. Then you're going to fold this part down. And then this gray piece here will spin around, and it actually rotate right here. That'll spin 180 degrees and bring that all the way down. And then this big peg right here is going to go into these two, one of each of these peg holes here. So you're going to bring this in and just peg that all the way in. Push that down. That is one of the wings. And you're going to take the second one, spin this around, bring this down, and do the same thing with this. And peg this one into the other peg hole. Oops. You just have to get a good hold on it. And there you go. You have your two large wings. I really like the look of that. I think that looks really cool. Plus, it makes them not have to hang off the legs. Now, the legs do look a little skinnier than we're used to, just because I'm so used to having those extra pieces hang off there. But I do like them there as the wings. Now you're going to want to open up your passenger car and pull out your weapon. And then close this back up. There we go. Then you're going to take this, and these will fold out. And if you don't, if they come off, they're literally just a peg and a peg hole, so you just peg them right back in. And then this becomes the kind of a crossbow, which you go ahead and just peg into his hand very simply. And there you go. He's ready to go. Now, his head can move from side to side and a little bit of forward and back, but that's mostly the push in there. You have a nice ratchet in the shoulder. You have a swivel there underneath in the shoulder. You have a bicep swivel. You have pretty much 90 degrees in the elbow. Nothing in the wrist, nothing in the waist. There's two joints in the knee like I showed you, and then a little bit of ankle tilt. So I like this guy a lot. I mean, I like the color scheme. I love the wings on the back. I think that looks really cool. And I like the crossbow weapon. So nothing really to complain about this guy. I really like everything about this design. I think they did a really great job. So love this one. Very happy to finally add this to my collection. Took a little bit of time, but very glad to finally have this one. Now, of course, it did come with a Shinka card, so we'll take a look at this, the 800 Tsubame. go ahead and plug this into here. And then we'll go ahead and pop this in. So there you go, you have the Hapyaku, which is 800 Tsubame. Go ahead and do the final attack. So there's the arrow final attack. And then just for fun, we'll go ahead and do a Link Gatai with the E5. There you go. And then we'll do the final attack for the Link. And there you go. So very cool. I really like the Shinka cards. I think they are a lot of fun, and I love the sound effects we get from this one. Very happy to add it to my collection. So this guy is another excellent addition to the Shinkalion line. If you are not into this show or you're not into these toys, I definitely urge you to check it out. If you're a fan of trains or transforming robots, these guys are a lot of fun. But this is another great toy. Love the wings, love the color scheme, love the weapon. I think the crossbow is a very cool accessory. And yeah, not really too much to complain about this one. I think they're doing a great job, really enjoying this line. So I urge you guys to check it out. As far as I know, it is still available on HLJ. So if you're like me and you're having trouble hunting this one down, I believe they have a few in stock still. So head on over there, order one for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.